Kieran, six-match unbeaten run comes to an end tonight. What do you make of that game?
Yeah, it's a frustrating one for us, of course. It feels a little bit like we've given the game away tonight. I think there's two main elements to it, really. I think we weren't clinical enough in the phases of control that we had. Started the game pretty well and had real control, a couple of good chances and got to some great positions. And we weren't clinical enough to go and get the early goal. And the same at 1-1, we had a couple of big chances to go and take the lead. So we didn't manage to take the lead at either of those periods when we had the chances to do so. And then we've given away two poor goals, no doubt about that. That changed the momentum of the game and the energy in the stadium and everything. And it took us a bit of time to respond to both after the first one. And then after the second one, then it sort of gives the opponent and the crowd all the energy they need to try and get through the game. Having said that, there was plenty of the performance that was fine. We got to those good areas. We had chances across the night. The players never give up, even at 2-1, even with a couple of blows. To be honest, we had two big chances to get to 2-2, which you would have said was really good character to get back in the game in that way. So we're really frustrated. It doesn't feel like we've been... it feels like we've given the game up, given it away a little bit tonight, which is frustrating from our point of view on the back of a pretty good run. But we knew there was going to be bumps along the way, and especially in this period of games coming in really quick succession, and we've taken a knock tonight, so we'll learn from it quickly. We'll review it in the morning. We'll get ready for Tuesday.
Is the disappointment come from the fact that you had those games against Middlesbrough and Charlton? You spoke a bit about maybe going back to the basics a bit. You were able to eradicate some of those errors and done so well in that run up until tonight, and maybe just one or two of those moments have crept back in.
Yeah, I think in terms of the second goal, that's probably fair. But look, I know where we're at as a group, and it's we're going through things and experiences, but for the first time for this group of players together. So it's not going to be as consistent as we would like it to be at the moment, and there's going to be some errors in there, and we just have to limit them as much as we can. We've done that pretty well lately, but tonight I think in terms of the second goal probably is fair to compare to those games in terms of we're pushing to try and get the winning goal, but you have to give yourself until the 95th minute to do it, and it felt like the only way Oxford were going to score was going to be on a counter-attack or maybe winning a long throw. So then you need to be really, really switched on to those situations whenever they do arise, because that's what the opponent's waiting for. So to not defend the second goal on that situation better than we did, we're really frustrated with that. And it's something that we've generally been doing well. We make a mistake on it tonight and we get punished, so it's another reminder for us, and the players will feel that. We all feel that pain tonight, so we've got to make sure that really sticks in our head for the games coming up.
Yeah, as you mentioned, there were opportunities there to score more than the one. A couple from George Hurst, Agon at the end, Nunez at the end, Jack Clark as well. There were opportunities there to at least get a point. Yeah,
I think you play the game over on the balance. We should get something from the game, but that's not football. Football's low scoring sport, and goals change games, and you make mistakes, or they take their moments and you don't take your moments, then the game's never dead, and that was the case tonight. So it's a frustrating one for us, but I've said I think we've been really clinical in our last few away games and went and got the first goal, and we weren't tonight, and it's cost us. So I don't think there's any lack of effort or intent, and even after the couple of blows right at the end, we're still creating a couple of big chances to get the game. So we'll dust ourselves down and we'll get ready for Tuesday.